All right, I think we're live now. Yeah, looks like we're good. Can't tell. It's been a long time since I did a live video on here. I'm used to doing Facebook Live, so I'm not sure if we're live yet. It looks like 10:10 we start, so I will just wait a minute here. Okay, it looks like we're live now. If you can see me and hear me okay, if you could give me a comment in the chat, if you're able to do that. Yay! Kelly says it's working. Awesome. Okay, this is my first time doing it this way. So I usually stream from Zoom, and now I'm like, let's just do it right in YouTube. So, but anyway, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. I'm doing weekly messages from Spirit. So, yay! It's so fun to see you, Kelly. So what to expect? I'm going to be pulling oracle cards here, and I'm just going to ask for general messages for those watching live or on the replay. Feel free to share in the comments if something resonates with you. I'd also love to know what kind of readings you want to see here on the channel. I am doing this weekly now, so I'm going to do weekly messages from Spirit on Sundays at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then I also do individual card pulls in my Facebook group, which is called Making Friends with Money. That will be linked in the description box below, so you can join that if you're not in that group. And I also have a free masterclass coming up this Wednesday, January 17th at 10 a.m. Eastern, and it's called Making Friends with Money. And we're going to be diving into our relationship with money. We're going to be looking deeper at that relationship. So if it's a source of stress or worry for you, no matter how much you have, I was talking to a financial advisor the other day, and he said his clients, some of them are very well off, they're wealthy people, but they say the more they make, the more fear they have that they will lose it. So they're still in that scarcity mode themselves. So it is my mission to help people to make peace with money, to make friends with money so that it no longer has a control over you that limits you in any way. I especially don't want it to limit you from stepping into your purpose. I've made that mistake more than once in my life, and it's very painful when you go down a path that's not aligned with your higher purpose. It can cause problems with your health, your relationships, your overall well-being when we're not in alignment with ourselves and our higher purpose. So I don't ever want money to be a reason why you hold yourself back from that path. So that's why I'm teaching this masterclass. It is free. It's in my group called Making Friends with Money. So if you're not in there yet, join that group. And I'm also doing private readings over Zoom, one-on-one with people, and you can hire me for parties or events as well. If you'd like me to come to your home or to do a public event, well, not public, but a wedding, things like that, I can do that and do readings there as well. All right, so those are the announcements, and let's go ahead and get started. So when I channel, I do close my eyes and I ask Spirit for messages for the greatest and highest good of those watching now or on the replay. And we'll start there. We'll see where we go. All right, so let's do it. Let me know in the comments how you're doing today. Any questions that you have for Spirit, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm going to just pull general messages first, and then we'll see where we go after that. So let's start with our Moonology deck here. So messages for the greatest and highest good for those watching live and on the replay in regards to what to expect in this upcoming week. Where are we energetically? We just had a new moon. So we are starting a new cycle. You might feel different. I slept 11 hours last night and I fasted yesterday. So I was tired because I didn't eat yesterday, but also just felt the need to cleanse. So that could be part of what's going on for you as well. Okay, so the first one I got is new moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. Let's do another one of these. Nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. I'm going to pull from Animal Spirit. Messages for our greatest and highest good for the week of January 15th Messages for our greatest and highest good in regards to what to expect in energy this week. We talked about scarcity at the beginning of my video. This one is koi fish spirit. There is always enough. Let's do another one. I'm gonna take this one because it fell on the floor and it's looking at me. So we're gonna go with this one, crow spirit, co-create with spirit. So let me start there. All right, so we got meditate and contemplate. Nothing is yet set in stone. There's always enough. Co-create with spirit. Whew, okay. So the first thing with the meditate and contemplate is I'm feeling the need for visualization. So to spend time imagining yourself doing what you want to do, being where you want to be, with who you want to be with. Like so, visualizing the success you wish to create. So visualizing what you want to be living. So taking that time to just close your eyes. It's great first thing in the morning before you've interacted with anyone else, before you've looked at your phone or anything, and just to see yourself doing that thing or being there. Just take some time to just see it, visualize it. Nothing is yet set in stone is, and I had just had this debate the other day. This is coming up again. It's interesting. Same person I'm circling back to. He was saying we're talking about free will. He had a very logical standpoint. Like you make this choice, then these things might happen. You make a different choice and other things happen. And I said, yes, we have free will, but I believe that all of our choices are like getting to the same destination. Like we have a path and we have a mission. I do believe that we all have a divine mission. And you can make all these change, you can make choices along the way, but they're all these different choices are going to guide you back to that same point. That's what I believe. And he was saying that no, like there's just choices and then everything is different every day and there's no one destined path. So this has to do with nothing is yet set in stone. Like we have lots of different options. We always have choices. We're never, I do believe we can be off path, but we're never so far off that we can't get back. Like spirit is going to put someone in our path that like wakes us up, or there's going to be a song, or there's going to be something that just jars you, and it's like, oh, not that. And I will give you an example of this from my life. So I was out working for a company briefly doing a sales job. I did it because, oh my God, it's snowing. It's so freaking pretty. Sorry. I did the job because there was potential to make a lot of money and I wanted to pay off my credit cards. I wanted to, bring in that money quickly. And this looked like an opportunity to do that. So I said yes. It was not in alignment with me. It wasn't in alignment with my passions. It wasn't something that I care about selling. And I love sales. I love marketing. I love meeting people. Like there was nothing about this position that wouldn't let me be successful, except that I wasn't passionate about the subject. I wasn't passionate about the product. And that's a big problem. So anyway, I was on an appointment. They would send me to people's homes and I would measure their windows and sell them the windows, that same day. That was the premise. And I went to someone's house and I went to measure her windows, opened the door, and she was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing at my house?" And I was like, "Do I know you?" And she was like, "No, but I know you. You're that psychic medium. Like I've been watching your videos for years." And I was like, "What?" And then she was like, "Oh my God, my sister's gonna die. My they're your biggest fan. Like my sister loves you." And I was like, "Oh my God." And this was probably 45 minutes from my home. So she didn't live like right where I live. But she was just like, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Oh, I'm supposed to measure your windows." And she was like, "What? Why?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know." I was like, "Do you just want to do a reading?" And she was like, "Yeah, let's do a reading." So we ended up doing a reading together. And I was like, wow, like spirit just like, so I took a path and it was like, was I supposed to be there? Yeah, because I was there and I was learning really big life lessons. But like this woman came in that was like, "Rrr," like, get back on your path. Like, you're a psychic medium. You're supposed to be doing readings. Like, what? And as I was at this woman's house, I got messages from her whole entire home. And I started thinking, wouldn't it be fun to read people's homes? Like, wouldn't it be like, I was like, your dad gave you that book. You want to move to Colorado. Like, I was using the objects in her home to read her. And she was just, it was amazing. And now we're good friends and we hang out. Like, we've seen each other twice since. And she's a very spiritual healer like I am. And, it was like, wow, like spirit just brought her in because I took a path that was like, it wasn't bad, it wasn't wrong. It was teaching me things, of course, but like it wasn't where I was supposed to be. Like, it's not my mission. My mission is to help heal people. My mission is to be a messenger. And if I'm told what I need to say, if I'm reading a script, if I'm sharing a script, that's the opposite of being intuitive. Like, I am an intuitive. And all of this to say is like nothing is set in stone, is all about like whatever choice you make, like you're never so far gone that you can't get back. And spirit's always going to bring in those divine like partners, the angels like in human form that are going to bring you back. So I think that's why I shared that story. There's always enough. So when we get into that standpoint of like, there's not enough, like, there's more money going out than coming in. There, we usually think about this in terms of money, but it's not just constricted by money. Let me see if I give my intuition for what I want to say about this. There's always enough. So this is the premise of abundance. Like, abundance is never ending. I just read a book and they said I believe in the abundance forest. Like, the abundance is like a forest. Like, the trees keep growing, that goes through seasons and cycles. There's always enough. Like, the animals have enough to be fed. There's always enough. So when we start to feel like there's not enough, when we start to get in that constricted feeling of scarcity, that's when things are blocked and slowed down on our path. But when we remember that there's always enough, that's when things can completely open up to us, because there's always going to be another partner available. There's always going to be another friend, a new best friend, a new job, a new situation, a new outlook. Like, there's always more unfolding. There's always enough. Co-create with spirit. So we don't need to do this alone. When we start feeling like it's just me against the world, like I need to figure this out, like that's when we again get into scarcity, because we only have like 24 hours in a day, right? But co-create with spirit is like, this is what I'm willing to do right now. So for me right now, I'm willing to be an open channel. Right now, I'm willing to go live. I'm willing to be vulnerable. I'm willing to show up. It's Sunday, I just worked out. I didn't have time to take a shower, but I'm like, I committed to going live at 10 a.m. So here I am. So I'm willing to do this. This is the action that I'm willing to do that feels fun for me, that feels easy for me. But there are things that I don't know exactly, how to figure it out. Like, I'm not really sure about love. I'm not really sure about my partner and exactly how that's going to come together. That's what I would give to spirit. And I would say, I trust you, spirit, to bring in my divine counterpart. I trust you to know who's next for me, who I'm ready for next, what lessons I'm ready to learn next. I trust you. So giving spirit those projects too. And something I've done with my clients is um, to take a piece of paper and like we'll fold it in half, just like fold a piece of paper in half. On the top of one column, we write my work. And then the other side is the universe's work. So you write down all the things that you're willing to do. So let's just use business as an example. So I'm willing to go live once a week. I'm willing to, show up and write an email once a week. I'm willing to do these things to nurture my audience, to serve my higher purpose, to be on my path, to bring people intuitive guidance. And then the universe's side is like, bring in the right people, like allow people to feel the openness, of my heart, like allow them to come in and know that I'm ready to receive them. Like, so it's like doing the behind the scenes work is what spirit can help us with. But it is important to acknowledge the presence of your angels and to really tune in, tap in, and ask for that help, that assistance. Something I learned from 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐞, he's another oracle card reader and author, is to connect with your angel. And something he taught us was to just put your hand on your heart and just close your eyes. And you can do it with me right now. So we're just going to close our eyes if you're not driving, of course. If you're somewhere where you can safely close your eyes, just close your eyes and we're going to take some breath. And you're just going to say, my angel, my angel. So you keep saying my angel until you feel the presence of your angel. Mine feels very calm today. Sometimes he, she, it, whatever, feels excited, feels joyful. Today, mine feels calm. So I just want you to ask your angel what it wants you to know right now. And I'm just going to share what I'm hearing mine say. You are safe. You can relax here. I'm also feeling a lot of celebration. My angel is saying, like, you're doing it, you're here, you're showing up, you're available, you're open, you're opening. You're okay. You're safe. You're loved. You can relax here. So, this is a practice that you can do when you're unsure about the next steps to take. You're not sure where to go. You can tune in and just your hand on your heart and just ask your angel. And also to thank your angels for what unfolds throughout the day. Thank you, angel, for clearing the traffic. Thank you, angel, for allowing me to have this amazing connection that I just had. Thank you, angel, for this delicious breakfast. Thank you, angel, for my dog and my cat and my children and my partner and anything that you can think of. Thank you, angel. And you can also thank your angel for things that have not yet manifested. So for me, when I just said my partner, like I don't have a physical partner in the physical right now, but I have one in the energetic realm. And so I know that he exists. So I can still talk to him, communicate to him through my heart. And you can thank your angel for things not yet manifested in the physical. Thank you for bringing in my divine partner. Thank you for bringing in my divine clients. Thank you for bringing in a beautiful retreat venue. Thank you for bringing in people that are so excited to be there and are ready and willing to do the work to clear their money blocks. Thank you so much for having people come and watch me live today, whatever it is for you. You can thank them for things in advance, thank them for things in the present. Thank you for things not yet manifested. Okay, I'm back. So let me do one more card and I'll just ask spirit, what are we being asked to surrender or release at this time in order to step further into our path? What are we being asked to surrender or release in order to step further into our path of purpose? Just dropped a whole bunch of them. What are we being asked to surrender or release in order to step further into our path of purpose? We're holding on tightly because the cards are not coming out. There we go. We got surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe and answers and support will arrive. Surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. All right, surrender to prayer, surrender to passion. All right, so surrender to prayer is what we are just doing, like tapping into your angel, praying to Mother Mary, praying to Jesus, praying to whoever you pray to. Could be spirit, could be universe, could be God, whatever feels right to you. It is just important to remember to pray. Remember your divine connection. Always remember that connection. You're not doing this alone. You're never alone. You don't have to figure this out by yourself. We are little pieces of God. We are pieces of the universe. We're just little fragments of the universe. We have the potential to connect to infinite wisdom. Surrender to passion. So, passion feels like fire, passion feels like joy, passion feels like lots of colors, lots of bright, beautiful colors and vibrancy, aliveness, exhilaration, alignment, joy. You can conjure up these feelings at any moment. You can do this in meditation, you can do this in prayer, you can do this while journaling, while visualizing. This is how we bring it into the physical experience. Permission to say no to things that don't ignite you, that no longer ignite you. This goes for relationships, careers, jobs, people that no longer light up. And something I like to say is when you meet with someone, their eyes should light up when they see you. That is the soul's recognition that this is someone that I want to be with at this time. This is someone who is adding love, joy, mm, divine presence. This goes for family, friends, clients, colleagues, connections of all kinds. Notice people's eyes. That is your answer, is the eyes. And now I'm going to what if someone is depressed? What if someone is um, lower? There's still a glimmer. There's still something you can see in the eyes when they recognize your soul. It is a way to identify aligned partnership, aligned connection, paths parallel. You see it, you know it, you feel it. Be very mindful of your time. Be very mindful of who you spend your time with, who you say yes to. Also, very important to be in person with people to get the full experience of their reaction is important. When you ask something of someone or you ask someone something and you see a disconnect, listen to that. That is their soul telling you they're not in alignment with you and your path and where you're going. So joining forces would not be beneficial for the two of you. And when you ask yourself, did I just see that or did I just yes. Trust the intuition. The intuition knows permission to renege, to back out of something if it no longer feels aligned. You are never tied or stuck anywhere. So when you hear yourself say, "Did I just see that?" or "Did I just" yes, you did. "Did I just hear that?" Yes, you did. I'm gonna ask her about red flags. What are red flags? It's like a um, caution. Sometimes it could be a hard stop. Sometimes it could be a hard no. Other times it's more of a caution. This person may not be the best match for me at this time. There's really no such thing as ignoring red flags. We hear this a lot in like the dating world. They like even with business, they ignored the red flags. We never really ignore them. We see them. We choose to continue anyway. So that's a way of like giving yourself grace if you've been in partnerships with people that like what the hell is they thinking? Well, you got something out of it or you wouldn't have been there. Maybe there was great passion, maybe there was great sex, like maybe there was whatever. Giving yourself permission to not beat yourself up about going down that path, but knowing that you saw it, but you chose to proceed anyway. So what? So what now what? So letting yourself off the hook with things like that, but when you see something, it is just an indication of caution. Caution, this may not be the best fit for you at this time. That's all it is. And I just asked Spirit about looking for partnership. If you are looking for partnership, um, and I asked, and let me see what I heard was what wants you, what you want wants you. So it's very important to take time to get clear about what it is that you do want. Because if we're not clear, we can easily be sidetracked by chemistry, by physical attraction to someone. That is temporary, that is fleeting. That level of physical attraction will change. Can enhance, yes. Can fade, yes. But that's why it's really important to get clear about what you want. What would match your life, the way you want things to go, where you believe you are going. Being clear about that first, having the confidence to communicate that clearly with the other, having the confidence to walk away if that's not a match. All right, this felt a little all over the place, but you basically just got to watch, conversation that I had with the divine. And if you're interested in channeling and learning how to do work like this, I do have a program called Speak to Spirit. You can click on the link in the description box below this video after we tune out today, after I sign out. It is a self-paced course where you can learn how to read oracle cards, how to meditate, how to start a spiritual business as well. I could teach you that one on one if you'd like to learn how to do that. Um, but otherwise, that was what I was called to share today. And if you'd like a private reading with me, if you have something personal going on, I can look into it deeper with you. It is more specific when it's just one person that I'm reading. We do it over Zoom so you can watch the recording back. And you can also hire me for an event. So if you have a wedding coming up or corporate event and you want somebody to come in to be a reader, I'm happy to do that. That's what I was called to share today. I hope you have a great week ahead. Enjoy your Sunday. Make sure to take time to pray today. Today is the Sabbath day. I consider this prayer. This is a form of my prayer. My oracle cards are my best friends. I like to say, other than my dog. Stella's my best friend. I tell her that every day. I'm like, you're mommy's best friend. I tell her every single day. But my oracle cards are also my best friends because I just feel like nothing communicates with me easier. Like I can connect with the divine so easily through oracle cards. So they're like my Bible, my prayer book. Like they're so sacred to me. So that's why I'm passionate about using them, sharing them, and also teaching others how to read them. So if you're interested in that, you can check on the link below. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. And I will see you, some of you, on Wednesday at our Making Friends with Money Masterclass. That's going to be in our Facebook group, Making Friends with Money. Make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that yet. Share this video with anyone you think needs to hear these messages that I shared today. Have a great week. Bye.